said don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt and happy Halloween, everyone. I hope everyone has a safe and fun Halloween. I am probably going to be in the house. I think I just want to be a homebody for this Halloween because this has been a crazy week. Callie, who are you dressing up as for Halloween?
I'm going to be Minnie Mouse. Who are you?
Well, I was Monica Wright last night, but from Love and Basketball. But I had a Quincy. I had a Q, but he did not dress up.
Oh, okay.
Because it was last minute and he wasn't supposed to be here. And I was like, I knew I should have ordered a Quincy. So instead he's Freddy Krueger, which never goes. Freddy pops out every year. But it was fun. And now I'm going to be a homebody tonight. I say that and watch me end up somewhere. Anyways, I love Halloween. I love Halloween. I will have my candy. I will be waiting for trick-or-treaters, even though trick-or-treaters stole my bowl of candy last year. But I will have 2 bowls this year, just in case that happens. But I love opening the door for Halloween and saying trick-or-treat and everything. I just love it. It just brings back so many memories.
I love giving out candy, but I never get to now because I'm trick-or-treating. Yeah.
Yeah, you have kids. Do you guys do trick-or-treating? Like you actually go out in the neighborhood and knock on doors, or is it like a closed, monitored one? You know, like where baby kids, they go to, like they call it sometimes a harvest festival and they go.
We go and knock on doors.
That's really cute. I'm so glad kids still do that. Yeah. I barely get trick-or-treaters.
In my neighborhood, everyone, which this is going to sound, I guess, a little bougie, but everyone in my neighborhood decorates their golf carts. So my kids and I decorated our golf cart last night, and then we go house to house in the golf carts. So like, not as many steps as we used to take. They walk.
Aren't you like barely moving?
Somehow,
or is it really spread out?
It's pretty spread out. Sometimes, depending on like driveways, we'll like have them walk up the driveway. So they still are walking. Yeah. But there's some driveways where I'm like, no, this will take too long. We're driving up to the front. Which is really nice with a small child. Like my 2-year-old, it's really nice to be able to do it with him.
I can't wait till your kids get older and then they have to go trick-or-treat with someone else, with their friends, and they're like, I'm sorry, where are the golf carts? What is this?
I mean, my 7-year-old is like, we're stopping at every house. Like if we're driving, she'll be like, wait, we didn't go there. I'm like, we're fine. You have a whole pillowcase full of candy that I'm going to have to hide.
See, it's just nice to know that is still a thing, you know, with so many things changing and like kids don't grow up the same way we did because, you know, we didn't grow up on screens necessarily. It's just like nice to know that's
you know what makes me so happy is I, on the way to school, like when I'm driving my kids to school, I purposely play like my parents' music because I don't want it to die. Literally nothing makes me happier when I like look in the back seat, and it's my 4-year-old mostly, but my 2-year-old too. My 7-year-old knows like all the words now. But when I look back and my 4-year-old's eyes are closed and he's just like, never too much, never too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, I love how much he loves this song. My youngest loves Let's Groove Tonight. Let's groove tonight. But I'm just like, hopefully they will then pass this down to their kids so that the music does not die.
Yeah, it's timeless. I mean, have you heard what's out there now? It's
but I just don't know. Don't you think it dies?
Well, we just had this conversation on Higher Learning.
Oh, really?
Hip hop is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because like that article came out that no rap song is in the top 40 of the Billboard 100 for the first time since 1990. And so we just had a conversation about hip hop being dead.
I don't even, do you listen to hip hop now? Like new hip hop?
Well, I am a big Tyler, the Creator fan, but I say that
that's not really like hip hop.
Grain of It's hip hop more than it feels like rap, because even he doesn't like
Well, it's
being
definitely not.
just called rap.
Yeah. I don't think it's rap, but I think it's poppy still.
I mean, I still like Chance the Rapper. You know, he had an
What?
album that dropped this year. You don't like Chance? I like Chance.
I mean, I don't dislike him, but I wouldn't. If I'm naming people I like, I don't know if he's coming to my top 3.
He's like somebody I really like Chance the Rapper.
I pretty much don't listen to new rap. Every now and then there will be a song. Like right now, I really like that Lil Keed song, Nameless, but it's like one song. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I have like a lot.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, the women. I like Monaleo. She's from Texas, but like the girls, I feel like are doing it better
Way
than
better.
the men.
Way better.
Like the men are out there, but I'm not into the Playboy Cardi, NBA Youngboy. Like I'm not into that.
I
type
tried
of
NBA
music.
Youngboy. It's just like I'm too old.
You're never going to hear me say that. But you know how I feel about this age.
I feel like I am. NBA Youngboy recently was in Charlotte, and my group chat was just like, yeah, we've gotten to the age, because like not one person was like, hey, anyone want to go to NBA Youngboy? No.
It's not music. Like you don't know what he's saying. They don't even play those songs commercially. Like it's just not. It's
Also,
not
like,
music. It's
do
not
I want
saying.
to be? But there's concert. I love concerts.
I do
And
too.
there's concerts where I'll be like, I know a few songs, but like that would be so much fun. NBA Youngboy, I'm like, that sounds awful to me.
No.
That's what I mean. I'm too old.
I don't even know if it's so.
The vibe at an NBA Youngboy concert is too young for me. Yes.
I don't know what that is. No, it's too young for me.
Okay. I was like, no.
I'm agreeing with you. I went to Camp Flognog last year, and I will not be at Camp Flognog this year.
Because you don't want to be, or because it was too young?
I'm not going because of the controversies surrounding Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, what controversy?
It's just Google it. We did a whole thing on Tyler, the Creator came on the scene as a troll.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
talking
guys,
about all the. Okay,
bit.
wait. Are you talking about all the crazy shit he used to say?
Yeah, and I knew some, but I didn't know it to this extent. And right now, it's just not great for me to be there with that. It's like so contradicts, you who I am and what I represent. So I won't be there this year. But I'm saying that to say last year, Playboy Cardi was there, and he was a headliner on the second day. And I was like, who is Playboy Cardi?
I know who Playboy Cardi is. And
I know
like
who he is,
some
but I
of
couldn't
his
think
stuff.
of his songs.
I
like,
prefer him over NBA Youngboy.
Oh, no, for sure.
Yeah.
They were like, you know this song? I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't realize it was Playboy Cardi. But they were like, Rachel, you're dressed just like him. You're dressed just like him. And I was like, okay, so I'm still down with the youth.
I prefer Playboy Cardi. I could do Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, but I also have no idea what he's saying. In his last album, no. See, that's when I felt old.
Yeah, I'm also not going to listen to an entire Playboy Cardi album. Like, that's not happening.
But the clips. They dropped a great album this year. See, like, that's great. That's what I want to hear.
Just
fantastic album. Fantastic. I feel like I've seen them twice already.
Wait, the concert. Clips, like old school clips.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they dropped an album.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
I thought you were saying
Kendrick's
the clips. But you're saying clips.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like clips on social media. Like,
no.
I don't know how else to say clips. Like a short
the
video.
Brothers, they're back.
Yes, I understand now. You're saying CLIPSE.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're back. Kendrick's on the album. Tyler's on the album. It's really, really good. It's really good. John Legend's on the album. Yeah. It's great. Okay. Guys, enough chit chat. Let's get into it. This week is interesting because all the episodes take place away. They're all on trips. So we've got Amsterdam. We've got, is it Nevis? Nevis?
It's Nevis.
What's the place called?
Is that where they're in Nevis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Have
Nevis.
You been there?
No.
Nevis. And then we have the ladies are on a yacht, but I don't know where they are. I just know maybe in the Caribbean, I think. I'm not quite sure, but they're on a yacht somewhere. Somewhere.
I should know
Do
because
you
I
watch
know.
Below Deck?
I love Below
Wherever.
Deck. I know. That's why I was like, I
Yeah,
should know where they are at. But I want to say it has to be Caribbean. But I thought it was Med for some reason.
Well, I thought it was Med too, because I thought from there they were going to Greece, but that's a trip later. I think I thought it was Med, but it's wherever Captain Jason is.
Yeah, maybe it's Caribbean. It's got to be. What was your favorite episode out of these three?
Salt Lake City.
I want to make sure that it is getting the recognition that it needs to get. We have not had a Housewives franchise this good in years.
Consistently.
Every episode is good.
This was Potomac to me when it's like those first 7 seasons of Potomac, 6, 7 seasons, did not miss. Every episode was so good. And then things started to take a turn. Did not miss. That's where Salt Lake City is right now. You're right. They don't miss a beat. It's like somehow they have found the balance of, we can tell that you're doing things for the purpose of the show, but yet it still feels authentic and entertaining. And I don't know if it's because they've always been kind of campy and kooky, but it just works. They've figured out the method.
I also think the editors, like, I don't know if they have the same editing team for every franchise. These editors know these women and they know what we want. I laugh out loud to these episodes.
As you should.
I'm also, maybe because Housewives, to me, as a whole, has been a little down, right? Like,
no, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way.
There's been some Housewives where I'm just like, eh.
I enjoyed Atlanta. I really did. And
no, but then Atlanta, I enjoyed Atlanta, and then it got old. At the end of Atlanta, we were all just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, the only thing that really disappointed me was that Britt did not come to the reunion. I actually really, and I didn't like the reunion, but I really enjoyed Atlanta. And I like Salt Lake,
Miami's
obviously.
Great.
Potomac is fine, because I really do think Stacey's a star. Andy Cohen was on Call Her Daddy, and he said the best addition in this last year has been Stacey, and he's not wrong. Like, she could turn very easily, right? Because she's on the edge. She's right there.
Yeah, she's on the edge, but she's good.
Yeah, she's right there. So she's right there.
We don't have New York right now. We don't have Jersey right now. Beverly Hills has been like, eh. So yeah, I just feel like Housewives hasn't been like amazing. Like when Housewives was in its prime, it was like every franchise was great and da-da-da-da. I get excited in my bed for how good Salt Lake City is.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. So we knew it was going to be even better because these women were on the water.
On a boat. And our favorite place to be.
There's something, somebody told me this when I was a lawyer one time. Like, I worked in a city that shall not be named in Texas, but I worked outside of Dallas for a bunch of municipalities outside of Dallas. It was my first legal job. And one of the attorneys used to always say, the closer you get to the water, the kookier they are. He's like, the cases would just be, and the people that would come in and want to represent themselves on traffic tickets, because that's how I started off, it would just be wild. You know, it would be the people who are like, I am not a citizen of the United States. Your laws don't work against me. It's like, he was like, they're from this city. They're by the water. So things get a little weird on the water.
Yeah.
At least that's been my experience.
Well, I also think there's generally like more money by the water. Obviously, there's different businesses by the water. So I would agree with whoever told you this.
Little kooky. And so we start off with Heather reminding us 17 times that Captain Jason is her friend. I mean, she is acting like he's the Pope or something. It's like, he's my friend. We got it.
Like, we have a deeper relationship. We have that relationship. But then she slips up when she's drunk and says they've hooked up before. But then in her interview, she was like, I said that? You got to take that out. No. So I'm like, did it not happen? Or...
I think she was fucking with her.
With Brittany?
Yeah, I
So
think
you
that
don't
she was
think they
just
hooked
fucking with
up?
Brittany. I don't. I think that she was just fucking with her. I hope they did for her sake, but I thought when she did it, I was like, oh, she was just fucking with her.
I don't know. Jury's out.
I don't know. I think so. So, but this episode starts off because we didn't get it last episode, but we come into this episode with Bronwyn and has this criminal past that has come out, which I don't even remember this coming out in real time, but Bronwyn has this criminal past from a few years ago, but then also 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And all the women have seen it. They don't think Bronwyn's coming on the trip. She shows up late. She comes anyway, and all her costume, ripped off the runway fashion, allegedly. I actually liked this outfit. I thought it was
I think it's cute
appropriate.
for a first day on a yacht. Yeah.
It was appropriate. Of course, Lisa had to point out that she's seen her wear it multiple times.
I'm glad.
It's like that kind of stuff. It's like that kind of stuff where I'm like, love it.
Yeah.
Love that you're pointing out because you're also obsessed with her. The fact that you can note that she's worn it multiple times. Like it's like those little slip ups. It's like,
to me though,
you're telling
I'm
on
like,
yourself.
if you are buying something straight off the runway, the entire look, please wear it multiple times.
Yeah.
If I'm paying over $10,000 for an outfit, I like that she's wearing it more than once. Like normalize wearing an outfit more than once.
Oh, let me tell you, you will see me. Wait, first off, I don't have anything ripped off the runway. Let me just be clear. But you will see me wearing outfits multiple times.
Yeah, that's what
have
clothes
time
are
for that.
for.
Yeah.
That's what clothes are for. And as we see, trying to keep up with the Joneses and doing the most. Like, I appreciate Bronwyn. Also, this is like a themed outfit. I'm going to wear this shit every time I go on a fucking yacht.
Every time. It's her uniform.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Who cares?
And if you
It's
can
cute.
clock that I've worn it multiple times, then you're clocking that I'm on a yacht multiple times.
And
Thank
you're
you very
also
much.
clocking my profile. Thank you for being engaged. I need the engagement.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we know that we're going to get to a point on this boat when the women are all liquored up and have been on the water, laying out in the sun. Because, day drinking in the sun, on the water, in the water is another level of drunk. It's another level. It's like trippy almost. Like the alcohol hits different.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. 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 Which we love.
We
are that.
There were so many things that happened.
So many things. Okay, so Bronwyn arrives. The women are split up into different rooms, which immediately I'm like, Bronwyn and Brittany, this will be funny, but okay.
I did think the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, as big, yachts are so deceiving. They look so big, not taking away from this yacht. It was big, but then when you get into the quarters of it, it's always smaller than you. Yeah, no, it's always smaller. Yeah, no, for sure. It's always smaller than you think. Like when I saw it on the outside, I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. It's so big. Everyone's going to have their own room. And then I'm like, no, they won't, because they have the kitchen, they have the quarters for like where the staff has to stay, like all of that. So the women are sharing rooms. They're appropriately divided, except for Bronwyn and Brittany. But then I have to thank Bronwyn for her service, because as soon as she arrived, she immediately pulls Whitney into the room. And she's like, look at this. And I don't know what I thought she was going to show us, but never could I have imagined that she would show us a stuffed animal. And then I'm like, okay, Brittany has a stuffed animal. Actually makes sense for Brittany. Actually makes sense. Until she squeezes the foot of the unicorn and it's Jared's voice. And it's not just that it's Jared's voice, it's the way he sounds. Does he not sound disinterested?
I just think the whole thing is creepy.
It sounded like you're forcing me to record my voice to this. It wasn't like, it didn't feel sincere. It didn't sound loving. It sounded like he was leaving a voicemail. A business one.
I just think the entire thing is creepy. I don't understand. Why do you need that? I completely understand. If I sent my kids to camp, I want them to have a stuffy that has me saying like, I love you, miss you, blah, 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 whatever. I don't need a stuffed animal where Seth tells me that he misses me. Like if he gave me that, I'd be like, huh?
I don't think he gave it to her. I think Brittany saw it in the store or online. She was probably sold to it online.
Mm-mm.
She thought, oh my God, this would be cute. And then she made him record his voice. I'm telling you, he sounds like he did not want to do it. There was nothing cute or romantic about it. And so, and I will say that when they show the previews at the beginning of this episode, there was a short clip of a unicorn in the water.
Oh,
Did you see that?
Yes.
So when they rewound it back and we get to the unicorn, I'm like, how did that unicorn end up in the water?
Can't wait.
So much. We know what's to come. And even this episode was just like so jam-packed on everything that was there. But anyways, okay, so we get to that. Bronwyn sits with the ladies. They're talking about her past. And immediately they're like, Lisa basically tells on herself the fact that she knows so much. Okay, and this is where things get confusing to me. I didn't feel like Lisa told on herself. I felt like, do I think Lisa's behind some of this stuff? Of course. But to me, it seems like such a reach for Lisa being like, well, nobody here said anything. And they're like, Lisa told on herself. Lisa, and then even the editors, when they go back, they're like, when Bronwyn's explaining it to Whitney, and she's like, Lisa called me Conwyn. And that is what the person said online. And it's like, well, she didn't say that. So do I think Lisa is involved in the drama and probably talks about her? Yes. Why do I specifically believe that? Because of something I had to cut out of the interview that we did with her. Lisa talks. Like, Lisa talks. And we had to cut it out of the interview. And I can't say what it was, but when I was watching this, I'm like, you actually do say stuff. Actually, I am a first account witness to it. I have a first account.
So you think that Lisa may have done this, but you don't think that how she acted was telling on herself?
Yes. I don't think in that moment it was like, oh, see, Lisa's like, nobody would say anything. But I listened to her tell me something. And I'm like, we had to take it out.
So Lisa on Watch What Happens Live afterwards said, someone in the audience was like, now watching it back, don't you understand how your reaction may have been like alarming to the women? And she was basically like, no, because they cut out how originally Bronwyn did not accuse me. She accused Whitney.
That doesn't make sense though.
Either Whitney or Heather. Maybe it was Heather. She accused Heather. She accused someone else. And then that's when Lisa was like, no one would do this. None of us have done this. So she was like, I was really saying it to stand up for, I think it was Heather.
Which that makes sense if it's Heather, because then her reaction to Heather later.
But then she said, then for Heather to flip and be like, it was Lisa. I was like, huh? Like, I just stood up for you. So she was like, I wasn't saying that to me. I was saying that because Bronwyn originally thought it was somebody else. So I was like, okay, that makes like a little bit more sense. But her reaction was, I mean, Lisa's over the top. So I guess like that would be her reaction, whether she did it or not, to your point. So I don't know if it was really telling on herself. I do think it is interesting that this happens right after Bronwyn is going after Lisa. It is interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, but it is listen, I absolutely think that Lisa's involved with some of it. I just don't think that the reaction, that was it. It's like maybe they know something else, just like we do here on Morally Corrupt. But I wasn't quite getting it. But I will say, I have been hard on Heather because I feel like Heather blindly supports Lisa because she seems to really want to make sure she keeps their friendship intact. So I really appreciated Heather being like, Lisa, we know that you're involved. You know everything that's going on, which, as we pointed out, as we're doing our recap, she does. She knew Bronwyn had worn that outfit multiple times. So and I think what Heather was trying to say was, I'm not saying necessarily you're starting it. I'm saying you are tapped in and you know every single thing that is going on. At least just admit that. You know when somebody is saying something about somebody else's family, or you know when there's dirt on someone. You know it's like I'm not going to say it's exactly like apples to apples, but she's Tamra-ish in that she always knows what's going down with the ladies.
Tamra-ish.
Ish. A big ish. A big ish.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I hate how much bloggers are involved in all of these
Well, yes, we have to get to it on
seasons
OC.
now. But for some reason, like the way that Salt Lake uses them doesn't bother me. Like I'm not bothered by it at all.
That's because they're not bringing them in as characters into the show. And it's still, even though they're like somebody said something, it's still related to them as a cast member, as opposed to OC. There's so much confusion. And then we're hearing voices, or we're meeting, journalists, because I don't want to say Kiki's a blogger. We're meeting journalists, and it's like, it's too much. Like
it's too much on OC.
We'll get into the OC. Like I hate what I saw in this last episode. I am beyond frustrated. I never want to see it again. Throw the whole shit out the window. And I know they won't, because it'll be season 20 and it's a big deal next year. But throw the whole thing out. Like I don't like what I saw at all. But that's not what Salt Lake City is doing. It's like, even when they had Monica on and she was the person, it's just different. It still comes back to them and their storylines, their narrative on the show.
Yeah, it feels like the content is different. It's not like who told what blogger did you tell, what blogger did that, it's more so like, is this information true or not? It's less about like the blogger on Salt Lake City.
And it's also, it's you, Lisa. Like they're not saying who said it. I don't know.
So you think it's only Lisa?
I think more than half of them talk to some. If they're not talking to a blogger, they are talking to a friend who is talking to a blogger. Like there's, or not even a blogger. It's just people talk. It's like
yeah, I think sometimes it can be harmless.
Yeah, think Bachelor. Reality Steve is always tapped into what's going on.
For sure.
Well, one, because he will DM people and people it's this weird thing. It's like Vance always said this about TMZ. It's the people closest to the celebrities that are telling the stories. It's your number one. It's your number two. And he goes, and they don't even get paid. It's just something within some people. They get off on telling somebody, I know what happened. Like I have access to them. I don't know. It's got to be some type of psychological thing where people, they don't even look at it as betrayal. They just
I think
get
they
off.
think it's like makes them feel cool. Like obviously I know this because I'm so close to this person.
Maybe it's
like
diabolical
a little bit like
to me.
A power thing.
I guess so. But yeah, that's where, yeah. I think that they all in some way say things or do things that get out to these people. You also have rabid fans who, they seek out this information. Like they love to like do their background research and find out everything they can about people and create these communities where they do that. And that's the gift and the curse of the show. They're super fans, but they also want to find everything out about you. And that's like what some of these Reddit pages are. Like they thrive off of being the first one to find out some mess. So I don't know. But I do think Lisa, if she could just admit and say,
that's never happening.
I saw that. Or yeah, that happened. And I think that's where we used to accuse Heather of blindly supporting Lisa. I think Heather's even getting fed up with, listen, like, and the reason I believe it too, I feel like Heather almost wants to say, Lisa, you've told me this, but she stopped herself from doing that. Like, Lisa, we're close. I know you know some of this stuff. I feel like she's alluding to it, but she's just not quite going there. But yeah, Lisa, the fact that Lisa is done already, she's threatening to leave the trip. She's called John. She's running away on the phone. And this is night one.
I know. It's so good.
This is
It's so
night
good. I
one.
loved the next morning. Brittany's talking to Lisa, and like the drone camera, who's got Bronwyn sitting up there being like, oh, well, I can hear all of this. I was just like, this is so good. It's so good. I also thought that Meredith's block of the water was incredibly impressive.
Her what?
Block of the water. She threw that water, stood up. I mean, Meredith may have missed an opportunity to play sports. She was so quick with her hand. Not a drop of water got on Meredith Marks.
Well, at least
Not a
she
drop.
did something in this episode. Meredith
That's
is
all I
just
needed.
present. Meredith is just present. I need her. You can be the quiet one, but then be the peacemaker. I need you to contribute something. She's so disengaged. I mean, when she gets activated, but like, I just need a little, I mean, she was starting to come alive on the boat. Let me not. She was starting to come alive.
She was getting a little active. I mean, she poured the water on Brittany first.
Poured the water. When Brittany, with the Jared.
Which I loved how it was like, I don't know who it was, but someone in an interview was like, she didn't say Jared's name. Like, yeah, that's not why she poured the water. She had enough of Brittany talking about them. They sat down to dinner, and 30 seconds in, Bronwyn was like, all right, Brittany, let's talk about what you just told me downstairs. You said this about Lisa. You said this about Meredith, whatever. And then they started talking about Bronwyn, and I was just like, this is awesome. There's 19 fights happening, and then we get a flash to Mary and Angie in the room eating room service, and Mary is housing food while Angie is nauseous. And they're like, I think we just heard someone screaming. Huh. I'm like, this is like, it's everything I want from Housewives.
It is. And I don't know how Mary could just stay in that room while Angie was
just throwing up.
Like the sound alone would have to. Also, us having to watch her throw up on herself in the water.
I thought throwing up in the water was a lot. I was just like, oof.
No, but I know I've been seasick one time in my life. So I know
the worst. It is the worst.
You can't get right. You can't balance out. Like it's an everlasting feeling. So hopefully she bounces back for day 2 because we need that energy.
We need her. We definitely need her. Question. Heather was trying to convince Lisa that she was being a good friend still. I am not on Lisa's side in all of this, but Heather, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, no, Heather was trying to backtrack. And
she's like, now it's out there. It's better for you. No, it's not.
Yeah, she did say that. She said it's better for you.
Like, you're not going to be able to spin this into anything. Like, you are not my friend. You are not my friend. Get out of my face.
You were talking about me and trying to get all the other women on the same page. And then you brought it out. You confronted me, not behind closed doors. It's like, no, that I understand you're probably frustrated with the Lisa of it all, but this was not the way to do it. But but thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I'm very curious to see how they pick up on it in the next episode. Okay, Potomac really quickly. The women get to Nevis. We'll just touch on this because OC's a little bit longer, but
a little bit. That was a long ass episode.
It was a long episode, but it really is about the ending. Like, we'll get to it. Your thoughts on Jazzy? Do we like her or not like her for the show?
I don't like her.
Yeah, I understand she's a fun time, but it's almost like Kay's a full-time housewife, right?
I don't think she doesn't have a line.
Okay, they came in the same, but Kay has way more of if she's friend of, she's giving full-time. She's getting full-time attention because she brought in Angel. Kay has to be because she brought in Angel.
I don't think Kay is.
All right. Well, the point I was going to make is that Jazzy and Kay came in the same last season. Kay has a much bigger presence. And I feel like Jazzy is obviously aware of that and trying to have her moment to get on Kay's level or bigger. And it's just coming off exhausting, unnecessary, and thirsty.
Agree.
And I get Giselle wants to invite her to be fun, but I'm also like, Giselle, you also want to invite her because she's going to be messy.
Yeah. Jazzy is too much. It seems like she's trying too hard. She doesn't really have friends. It doesn't seem like not enough people like her. And I don't even like I liked Kay last season, but now Kay I think is doing too much. And the big thing with Housewives, you've got to be able to move on from things, especially newer Housewives. Like Gretchen and Tamara, which we'll discuss, that is some like deep, old, years-long feud. I understand why it hasn't been wrapped up super quickly. Jazzy and Kay, you have no reason to dislike each other. Like, you both said shit. Move on. I don't care. I don't care about either of you enough. Take a side. Like, you have to be able to be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I acted out of character. Or like, I just don't like you. We don't have to be friends. Move on. Yeah. That's what makes a good housewife. How many times have these women said horrible things about Stacey and she barely reacts and can be friends with them that same day? Like, Stacey doesn't hold on to anything.
Not a thing.
So now I'm like, Kay, I liked you, but now I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to move on from you because of how you're acting. Kay and Jazzy aren't for me. Angel, it's not going well for you. And I don't even know the princess's name, but I love her. Princess can stay.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
Is
Princess
she
can
not?
Stay.
It's I was gonna say
not good
Tia.
that we don't know her name.
I was gonna say Tia, but that's not it.
It might be. I couldn't even tell you the letter, but I like her a lot.
Yeah.
And for example, her and Ashley get into it a little bit, and Ashley says some things to her, and she's just like, Ashley, you know what it is? I heard that you were going to be attracted to me, and you have not hit on me yet. Thank you. Like, that is what I want. She was laughing by the end of that argument.
Yeah. No. It is Tia. I can't believe I pulled that out. Yes. No, I love her commentary. I love that she's like, wait, stop. We have no idea what you're talking about. I do like her presence for the show. It's
Me too.
perfect. Angel, I feel like she really doesn't. I'm not even saying Tia does understand the housewife world, but Angel, because she's Kay's friend, I feel like she's getting caught up in unnecessary drama.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's trying to establish a relationship with the women. And then Kay, as Giselle said, Kay clocked her last episode and put her back in her place. And so now it's just, but I did feel really bad for Angel when Giselle was like, we don't know this woman. That was wild, especially after she's clearly, yes, we know it's an edited photo, but she's clearly working on getting back to a place that she was pre-having a baby. She clearly edits her photos. Giselle, you know that. But to shame her in front of all those people is wild.
Okay, so I think it is not good shade to talk about someone's appearance after having a child, period. The photo editing is out of hand. Once, at first, I was like, that's so mean. Then I saw the picture and I was like, well, this is a different person. And the fact that
a totally different person.
Kay was like, I don't even know what Giselle's talking about. Like, you guys are now delusional. That photo
she had to have her friends back.
Could not have been edited more. That was a different person. And I went and looked at her profile, and there's a lot of photos like that.
Yeah. No, so, even the photos they showed, it's like she doesn't look like that.
And I think the editors did Giselle dirty a little bit because they had clearly talked about it. Because all of the women were like, yeah, the editing is crazy. Like, even Stacey was like, she went too far. She went too far on the Facetune. And like, I think Angel is too insecure at this point in her life to have taken the shade. it would have gone a lot better and made Giselle look better. Because like I think the way Angel reacted made Giselle look worse. Like just leave it alone. She's like clearly postpartum and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If I were Angel, I would have been like, girl, we all use Facetune. We all use a filter. And I like filtering and editing my photos, especially right now, because I just had a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. But
That's what I would have said.
she probably was caught off guard.
For sure.
Totally
for sure.
felt sensitive about it, as she should.
Yeah, I'm not mad at her.
And
for
I
feeling
wish she
sensitive
would
about
have
it.
shaded Wendy like she did in her ITM, because that was a good shade. That was a good read. And
Yeah.
Wendy shouldn't have laughed, because Wendy came on, what, 2 weeks or a month after having a baby, and came back a totally different person in the second season. So it's like, Wendy, I think, is so happy to be in a good place with Giselle. But that was a moment for Wendy to say, like, Giselle, you know you're wrong for that. Because I know I came in first season, fresh off of having a baby, didn't feel like myself, around all these women on TV. I'm just trying to keep it together. And I came back second season and snatched myself up. And maybe some of that was the pressure from the public or whatever it may be, or from even you ladies. So like, we need to give her some grace. That was like, even if she chuckled, she should have at least said that. But she laughed at her, like cackled at her.
Well,
and
they don't
Wendy,
like each other.
Still.
Just saying. I'm just saying they don't like each other.
If I didn't like each other, I would have been like, I would have just been quiet. I would have been like, I'm not going to contribute.
Yeah, it just wasn't nice. It wasn't nice.
It was tough to watch.
It's hard because she does edit her photos too much.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's insane.
It wasn't nice, but she wasn't wrong.
Like, because they showed her the picture, right?
Yeah, and she said that particular photo is not edited or does not have a filter.
Girl, like, we just...
And they were all like...
And I'm not even talking about body from having a baby. Her face is a different face.
Yeah.
It's a different face.
It was a picture of her face. It wasn't even a picture of her body.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if that's like when because they're like, oh, she had a baby. She had a totally different face.
Yeah,
totally
I do think, and I didn't go back far enough, but some people said that if you go back far enough, her face did look way different pre-baby, which happens.
Happens sure, a lot. Because you gain weight. Yeah. We end on a high note with Ashley, because this is really only Ashley's only purpose on the show now is to have tea and bring it to the forefront, and then to react to tea when it's there.
We do
there's
need
no
someone to
storyline.
do that.
No. I'm saying there's no storyline with Ashley. So she's serving her purpose. She brings up Chris Samuels in true Stacey fashion. She's like, huh? What? That QVC voice, I live for. I live for Stacey's QVC voice.
Stacey on Watch What Happens Live was like, I was shocked when that was brought up. Me and Chris Samuels are friends. I'm like, well, why'd you need his number if you're friends?
Well, maybe you're now friends. Maybe now it didn't work out that way.
I do appreciate Stacey for the show. Andy loves Stacey. If you saw him on Watch What Happens Live and then seeing the Call Her Daddy interview like right after, I was like, oh yeah, he loves Stacey. He was eating up everything she said. And at one point he was like, you could not be more entertaining. So he loves Stacey. Giselle not monogramming anything, not giving her a letter. I loved it. And I wish she would have doubled down a little bit.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like, it was like, that is great shade.
If I was Giselle, I'd been like, I don't know who you are. So didn't know who to address anything to.
Is the shade that we need. Like, what you did to Angel was mean. What you did to Stacey
was funny.
That's Potomac. Also, that's the Potomac shade that I miss.
Doing it to Stacey is funny because she can take shade.
Exactly.
Like, it's not really going to affect Stacey's day that much that you did that.
It's because Stacey lives in an alternate universe. Yes. I think she still thinks she's on QVC. Like, everything she's doing, she's selling to the ladies. Hi, have you looked at some of her videos? Hi, guys. Look at this, right? Yeah. I love the voice. The voice coming into Potomac, it's everything. oh, I'm not sure, Kay. I'm not sure. I love it. I love Stacey.
I do think
She's
Stacey is a
frustrating, but I love
great
her.
addition.
Again, she's right. She's right there. She's on the line. She's right there. I could easily turn on her in another episode, but right now, I'm cool with the place that she is. I can't wait for Monique and Stacey to go against each other. Can't wait. Okay, let's talk about OC. OC is everything I don't want to see in a Housewife franchise. I could have said that about Roni season 2, but everything that I'm seeing happen in OC, this whole season, to me is so anti what Housewives is, what it's supposed to mean. The show is existing outside of the cast. It's not even about the women. It's everything outside of it. It's not stories. Yeah, like you're getting certain things here and there, right? Like Emily and what's going on with her son. Heather talking about her relationship with her father. Gina and Travis and what's happening. Like there are little stories that carry through, but they're not like the stories with the women together. The stories that should be happening with the women together are living outside of the show. And I've never seen this happen on a franchise like this.
To this extreme.
And I'm actually shocked at how much production played into it. That last scene we got, because I was like, oh, wow, this is a longer episode. That last scene we got with the person calling, the person messaging Gina, which I'm sure they get these messages all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And then the person with their voice disguising their voice. I hope they were disguising their voice because it sounded like Ryan Bailey.
No. Their voice was disguised. I just don't know if it was disguised from production's end or it was disguised on the phone call. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But even them, and then the takeaway was, well, we don't know. You know, it's like, how do you know you can trust this person? I don't. Then what? Then why was that brought in?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like screamed at the television.
So, Gina on Watch What Happens Live afterwards being like, I don't know if they're credible or not. I'm like,
exactly.
Okay, then I don't know what the point of all of it is. At the very least, we know that they knew things that no one else knew. So they are credible to an extent. Someone was telling them everything. Also, they knew specific things about Tamra and what she filmed specifically.
That doesn't shock me. Yeah.
So there's only a few people that could have given this person this information, but it also could have been Katie, who's done a lot of this.
Right. But I also don't care that somebody leaked the season to you. I don't
care that someone leaked this season. I mean, listen, this entire episode, I did like seeing Heather and everything that happened with her dad. I thought that was interesting. I've enjoyed Emily the entire season and her journey with her son.
Yes, come to the side. You know, Emily's my favorite now.
Yeah, I like what's actually happening in their lives.
It's between the women that I'm not down with. Yeah.
Gretchen has done things this season where I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? But I feel like she has been willing more than Tamra to try to get past it all.
Of course.
And every time a little part of her is like, maybe we can. Tamra does something else. And I'm not saying Gretchen has been perfect because she has absolutely not been. And again, we talked about this earlier, like they have very, very deep rooted beef. I can't imagine bringing up these tweets, these likes, without verifying it at all.
Yeah.
The fact that the night that they had this blow up, that Emily and Gina were like, well, let's see if she actually liked them. And she didn't. Tamra, why didn't you do that for the past 12 months?
Yeah.
Gina, why didn't you do that when you were given the information?
Yeah.
Why did we wait till this moment? Like Tamra was never going to bring it up. She was just waiting for Gina to bring it up. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Also, Gretchen's reaction, how they were like, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. to me, it seemed like Gretchen was like, what is happening? What is
Yeah,
this about?
she froze. Everybody doesn't
Yeah.
react the same. I mean, I would have probably had an extreme reaction if it wasn't true, but I think she was in shock. I'm not saying I agree with her. It is easy to manipulate something like that, but in the moment I thought Heather, like, I understood why the women reacted the way that they did. For Gretchen, I don't know. It just was like, I appreciated Gina being like, I went back and I looked at the page. Heather follows that page, which could be damning in itself. But Heather
But
follows
the
the
page
page.
is like, the page I think is just like a meme page. So there's like all types of shit on it.
But are they offensive?
No, I don't think it's all offensive. I think it's like all over the place. I think it is Republican, but it's not all like, it's not like an anti-LGBT page. I think it's a Republican meme page.
Gotcha.
Which, I mean, as far as we know, she's Republican. So that's not like that surprising to me that she follows a Republican meme page. Yeah. But I just don't understand, why wouldn't you guys have done that in the moment when they were like, prove it. And she was like, how do I prove this?
Yeah.
Look it up. And you would have been like, oh, wait, you didn't like this. And then Tamara was like, well, maybe she went and unliked things. When?
That's true too. I mean, she could have done it that night. She could have done it that night.
But they looked that night too. So I'm like, there's just no way that she would have been able to unlike everything that quickly, since there were so many posts.
Yeah.
Also, the posts, it looked like wasn't just from one thing. It was from like a bunch of different pages. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it would be more so, I don't even know. The whole thing was so confusing to me. Also, them being like, why would she call Slade in that moment? Because it's her husband? I don't like Slade.
Yeah,
he's like one of my least favorite people. But like, I don't think it's that weird that she called her husband.
It's not weird that she called him. I think for them, it's like, you can't talk to us, but you can go run off and have another conversation. I think that's where they were probably coming from. Like, you're sitting here as a mute, but you can go run off and fully tell him everything. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not getting support from you. I'm going to go run off and I'm going to go call my husband.
Also, I have no idea. I was not expecting this. And this isn't like, you suck. This is very damning, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is people questioning my character. I feel like she was like, I don't know what to do or say. I don't know how to prove that this is not true. I have no idea what's happening right now. What do I think is more so like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
And Slade is like, you don't need to prove anything. Why would you do that? Tamara said the F word on the show. How is she the one that's so offended by all of this?
Yeah, your point about Tamara saying she knew for a year.
Yeah, what?
And then
if it was that important to you, how are you sitting on it for a year?
I'm always the bad guy. And it's like, that's when they started to see the breakdown of like, well, you did feed it to Gina. You knew she would have a strong reaction. And I think Emily said, Emily or Shannon was like, why would you not just tell Heather?
Heather. Yeah.
Like, Heather's saying, this is my good friend. Heather's saying all this. It's like, Heather, just so you know, this is out here. Like, I don't want you cuddling up to this friend who does not believe in the same things that you do, who doesn't believe in the existence or the, whatever for your children or a whole community. The Tamara of it all is the Tamara of it all. It's the consistency of it. But I guess I just can't get over the last 10 minutes of the show. I just can't get over
the voice,
the nothingness of it all. Like,
I'm very interested in the reunion. I will say that even with the voice, which I agree with you, I was like, if it's not credible, who cares? But I am interested in the reaction at the reunion. None of them had seen the last bit of it till the reunion. So I'm interested to see how Tamara reacts, how Gretchen reacts.
We're going to get nothing, Callie. It's going to be a screaming match of, that's not true. I didn't say that. That person's not credible. Well, you didn't do your research on this. I didn't say this. I'm sure Gretchen's going to have some kind of proof. Somebody's got to go. It's season 20. They have to come back right. I don't want to watch this shit. Like, I think Tamara has to take
I think Tamara has to take a year off. And Gretchen can stay or go. I don't really
Bring
care. But I
Vicky
think,
back.
oh God.
Bring Vicky back. I don't want to see this drama rehashed. I don't want to
Katie can't
live
come back. I
outside
can't
of
have
the
Katie
cast.
back.
Katie, I didn't want her this time to come back. Katie's done.
I'm happy for some new blood. Jen has been great. I really love
She's really
Jen.
found her way. She's found her way.
By the way, I understood what Jen was trying to say when she was like, do you feel this way because you have strong faith and for biblical reasons? And they were like, biblical reasons? God loves gay people too. And she was like, I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm trying to understand. If that is why this could have happened.
Because that's what I was
Down.
thinking. I thought it was a good question for her to explain it because
Me
I don't
too.
know Gretchen's
That's why I was like,
so I
shut
don't
up.
know if
Let
she has
Gretchen
friends
answer
in the
the question.
community or not. Yeah, like I was like, I don't know. Can she please just say that?
Which I did appreciate. Because if I didn't do this, if I was Gretchen, if I didn't do this, this would like really hurt my feelings. That like people are trying to say that I did these things.
Well, it's gonna jeopardize her relationship with her friends.
Well, not even just people on the show. It seems like she has a lot of friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Gretchen was like, why would I have so many people in my life that are in this community?
Also,
why would I have had a drag show at my house? Why would I have? Yeah, I mean.
Also, she was at the Abbey dancing it up.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it doesn't really make sense.
That's downtown gay. You know what I mean? Like that's like it's like she was there. She
hosted a drag show.
Is she and I again, Heather's reaction is so I'm like I 100%. Get it.
I don't mind Gina's reaction either, being like, I cannot get past this.
But that's why I appreciated the reflection the next morning. It was like, well, now that I've had some time, let me actually think about it. And I think Gretchen will actually be at the reunion, understanding of the reaction for the women, understanding that maybe you were fed something, because why would you think in the
this
moment,
is made up.
Why would I think in the moment, okay, so Tamara waited on this. She picked me as the person to feed it to. She knew, like, I don't want to live in a space where that's what I think people.
I don't know if Gina still gets that, because Andy asked her about it on Watch What Happens Live, and Gina was like, I don't know if it was a setup. Yes, it was. It was.
She doesn't want to believe it. And
I'm not saying that Tamara didn't think that the tweets, the likes were real or not real. I don't know what Tamara thought. I don't know if Tamara cared. She was just lucky to have something bad against Gretchen. She was happy about that, no matter what it was. But she absolutely gave it to you so that you would bring it up. No one's going to convince me otherwise.
Yeah. We can't watch this. We just can't.
But I am excited about the reunion.
I'm not. I want Gretchen to have her time to be able to explain what happened, because I think that that's fair. And it doesn't matter what she believes politically. Nobody should have the right to have their reputation tarnished in that way, if it in fact is not true. And this has to be a lesson where we cannot, allow this type of rhetoric to be on a show without it fully being vetted, because of the consequences that this can have to somebody's life, personally, professionally, mentally, physically. Like, we just can't allow this on the show. Like, I'm down to get in with the shits, getting in the shits with these women, but this is too far. And so, that is probably why production allowed the last 10 minutes, even though I felt like it brought us nothing. But yeah, this can't happen. This is a message for Bravo. I don't want to see this shit. I'm not giving up.
I don't want to see this shit for a whole season. The whole Katie of it all. It's been too many bloggers. I don't want to see bloggers on these shows. They've got to limit the blogger talk. But I just love a fucking reunion.
No, I do too. But I have found myself, and this isn't just particular to OC, I have found myself being extremely disappointed with reunions. Like, even as good as Miami was 1 and 2, we didn't need a third. We didn't need the third episode. You know what I mean?
We did not need the third episode. Completely agree.
Atlanta, as much as I love the season, it disappointed me because people aren't showing up. You know what I mean? I've learned to not have high expectations for reunions, and then I'm beautifully surprised. So we shall see. Anyways, that is it for us here on Morally Corrupt. Again, guys, happy Halloween. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you join us Tuesday. be joined talking with a new co-host, talking news of the week, all the things. Yeah, you guys take care of yourself. And until then, see you Tuesday. Bye.
Adios.